get into it. Thanks. I want to be remembered as a courageous runner, and if I know that I went into the race and gave it everything I had, then that's all that really matters.
You've got to take it. Take a breath. You can handle this.
So yeah, I live with my wife Rachel and my son Fletcher. Rachel and I have been together since 2014 when we met when I was a physio student. Really grown together as a couple, challenge each other to be better, and Fletcher's really added another element of joy, yeah, and challenge. Well, I grew up with 4 sisters, so I think it was a good excuse to get out of the house. I was naturally good at running. I finished 3rd in the Greater Green Island Schools cross country without any training, and I said to Mum after that, I said, oh, what do I have to do to win it? And she was like, well, you need to start training. For the next 8 years, Richard was my coach, and he essentially built the foundation, taught me the importance of building an aerobic base and not worrying too much about my results as a junior. But he also taught me about being a good person, and was like another parent to me. In 2008, I was awarded a full scholarship to Purdue University in Indiana. You know, it was a major life experience in 3 years. You know, I was challenged significantly from a mental point of view and a physical point of view. I really needed to learn how to deal with pressure better. I reached out to Dr. Kerry Evans, who's a well-known psychiatrist, but he works closely with the All Blacks and other major sporting teams. He was brutally honest with me, really. He said, you know, my mentality going into races really wasn't a winner's mentality. Something I try and do now in training is always ask myself, you know, what level am I preparing at? You know, am I preparing at a world-class level? Just your intent is really important because that does shape your performance on race day.
Silver Fox is looking for anything but silver, if you know what I mean. He's looking fresh as hell.
I've been contemplating all my time. My thoughts make me tired, just running through my mind. I need a new purpose. I'm looking for so much more. Don't leave me here searching. You're just what I'm longing for.
I still, that was probably the best race of my life, was when I ran in the black singlet, and that might be the only time I ever run in the black singlet. So to have achieved, you know, my greatest performance that night, you know, I'd happily finish my career knowing that, but I do feel there's more to give yet. When I'm really in the zone running, it's just being in the moment and not worrying about the outcome, the future or the past. You know, whenever I experience that in a race, it is often when I'm, you know, running in a marathon and I've got an amazing group of athletes around me. I feel that's where I belong.
You're getting. There's gonna be some danger. You're only getting braver. Steady on till you scare the fear away.
I don't feel as though I've achieved everything in the marathon that I can. I don't think I've reached my potential. I might never reach my potential, but I want to give it a good crack.